ready. Sunday afternoon basketball. You ready, Steph?
I'm ready.
I have a feeling
Let's go.
You were ready at 8 a.m. for the tip.
That's right.
Opening tip controlled by Florida. We're underway here at K-Yow Court. Back outside to Merritt, who showed some outside touch last time out. Bruce Smith, that's what she does so well. That little floater has dropped a time or two in her great Florida career. They were outscored, the Gators were 37-20 in the first quarter. Towson was 7 of 8 on 3, so they've got to come out with a little bit more intensity as Cunane gets her first points.
NC State in shoot-around today really working on looking at those slips. Cunane gets a nice, easy bucket there.
Faith Duke rolls to the basket for her first two. Gentry to Kayla Jones. She too working her way back from injury, and you can see what an impact she can have. Crutchfield for three. Keeping this group together. Kiki Smith to Briggs.
Yes.
And Briggs finishes. Jones. Crutchfield, shot clock to 4. Crutchfield rattles in another three. Smith batted away. Another chance here for Merritt, who knocks down a three-pointer. You averaged 20 points a game and won the Wade Trophy senior year, but that's just an afterthought.
Nice look.
Cunane to the basket, can't get it. Oh, but she's not done. Took away from Briggs and then finds Johnson cutting for two. And here's Alberte Rimdahl, freshman from Denmark. Rimdahl does what she's been doing and attacks the basket. The Swiss Army knife for this Florida team, does a little bit of everything.
She has, and Florida's going to run a lot of that. Florida's going to run a lot of that high ball screen action.
Perez. There's Cunane fighting on the glass again. Off the Florida turnover and the Florida timeout. Johnson, Crutchfield wide open. That's another three for Kai Crutchfield, her third of the quarter. Doing it on both ends of the floor so far. Final minute of the first. Perez, nifty little fake to get free. Hobby. Good little move by the junior from Jacksonville.
And what a luxury for Westmore. You have Hobby, who can come in and be a power post. You have Cunane, who you can move around, play a little bit of finesse as well.
Madison Hayes with the clean block. Johnson for three. Offensive rebound comes down to James. Johnson made something out of what was, not going to doubt Diamond Johnson. She's had a good first half. She's got 6. They never really got into rhythm against South Carolina. They battled back in that game, got within a point in the second half, but they were never able to go in front. Now you're playing against South Carolina. Briggs. Tonders. Smith will try a deep three and knock it down. Kiki Smith.
It really is a tough balancing act, and it's a lot about managing egos, managing expectations. But like Elissa Cunane, Jakia Brown-Turner told us today, we have to sacrifice for our team.
Crutchfield. That's a three.
You can see just the hesitancy by Lavender Briggs. She's someone who would come off of those middle screen and rolls and attack the basket.
Instead, she's settling for a three to beat the shot clock and knocks it down. Great to see, watching here the South Carolina game against NC State in a full house. We've got a good crowd here today.
Great
just
look.
Seeing people at Cameron Indoor again. It was great to see basketball last year, but to get that full experience with the crowd and the traditions is
the energy.
Really cool. Yeah.
I mean, you just can't recreate the energy of what it's like to have fans in the stands.
Cunane now knocking down 3. Johnson with 4 to go on the game clock. Jones to beat the buzzer.
If it goes in, NC State pulling away.
Perez Little stutter step. Maybe
Nice.
had the opening, but waits for her teammate to cut. And after all that, Perez will knock down the 2. Duke turns inside for 2. 6 points for Faith Duke.
I'm working on it in shoot around today, but you really see an easy dump. Duke inside. Good D.
Florida gets a stop, and they look for Kiki Smith. Tracked it down and got the 2.
When you're talking about one-hand, two-hand touches out on the perimeter, displacement inside, great look.
Cunane rolls to the basket for 2.
There's going to be a backdoor opportunity. Florida really getting out on the perimeter, denying those passing lanes. That's a good post-to-post action.
Cunane forces it up, gets it to drop. Perez off the window for 2. Before that sequence, NC State shooting 53% from the field, Florida 31% from the field. That will drop for 3 for Rickards, her first field goal. They were down by as much as 23 here in this quarter. And there's the first hoop for Jakia Brown-Turner.
Not even just the first hoop, the first shot attempt by Jakia Brown-Turner. And that just really speaks to the depth and the balance of this NC State team. You really can't focus on 1 or 2 players as Rickards knocks down another 3. Playing on a minutes restriction, so really trying to figure out when and how to utilize her best as Rickards starts heating up a little bit for Florida.
Now, you were telling me before, she taught Tamika Catchings everything Tamika knows about basketball. Okay, I just want that because I know Tamika's watching, so she'll... Cunane.
Great dive.
Oh, great dish by Cunane. She'll get the assist. Add that to her total, says Jones.
Skip.
To Jones, wide open for 3.
You know, we had a slow third quarter. Westmore comes back with his starters, wants to get a little punch of energy as Kiki Smith knocks in another floater.
Yeah, it was tremendous to watch that Tuesday evening game, the season opener against the #1 team in the country. Just such a great atmosphere here. Corner 3 is good for Brown-Turner. That's a big number.
That's a big number.
Holy smokes.
He has had success everywhere he's been.
Sure has.
And look, that's what a coach's face who's having fun looks like right there. Florida going back to that 2-3 zone.
And here's Timmons, open look for 3. How about that for the freshman? You obviously scouted her tons of time, had to come up with ways to try to stop her, and it's hard to do. Diamond Johnson knocks down the 3. And you hope she's able to get it before too long as she's pulling up here for the Gators. Followed her miss, and she'll get the 2. Another 3 splash by Jessica Timmons.
She gave the little jab, got her defender off, and knocked that down. Well, Timmons is known as a 3-point shooter, competitor. Can't overlook what's right in front of you. Taking it one day at a time, taking it one game at a time, continuing to build their depth at each position is important, as Madison Hayes gets a bucket right there.
There are so many teams with so much talent. We saw here with South Carolina in here the other day. UConn opened their season with a win against Arkansas. Paige Beckers.
Have to be ready to play day in and day out. And what I love about what we've seen already in this young season is we've seen top-notch competition early.
And the crowd here at Reynolds Coliseum coming to their feet to applaud the Wolfpack. And there is a smile at the end of the game for Westmore.